The two emotions. We have said that you have but two emotions, love and fear. One is changeless but continually exchanged, being offered by the eternal to the eternal. And this exchange it is extended, for its increases as it is given. The other has many forms, for the content of individual delusions differs greatly. But they have one thing in common. They are all insane. They are
because they represent an identity that's not true. When he says insane, that's what it means. They're based on an idea you're a body and you need things, rather than you're a spiritual being that has everything. So that's insane. If what we really are is a spiritual being with everything, it's insane for us to be pursuing things a body needs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, you're crazy.
They are made of sights which are not seen and sounds which are not heard.
Meaning we are molding the quantum field and believing that these solid objects in our bodies are real, rather than just a form of energy that our mind has formulated. I mean, and we really do believe that, don't we?
Yes, we do.
So that's why the whole point of the Course is trying to get us to go from, that's evil that we did this, and that we attacked God by doing this, and therefore need punishment because of it, which is what the Bible tells us, rather than, no, we just went insane and we need to wake up, because we're hurting ourselves and each other for no reason, because we have everything. We have the quantum field of probability that our conscious mind can formulate and make a beautiful world, but instead we're torturing each other because of our desire to serve a body identity that doesn't even exist.
They make up a private world which cannot be shared, and they are meaningful only to their maker, and so they have no meaning at all. In this world their maker moves alone, for only he perceives them. Each one peoples his world with figures from his individual past, and it is because of this that private worlds do differ.
Meaning a situation can happen and both people can see it completely differently, because both of them are populating the event from their private world. They're attacking people from their past, they're attacking ideas from their past and projecting it on the person in front of them. And the other person is doing the same thing. So you got two people in their private worlds not communicating and attacking each other out of fever dreams. I mean, think about it.
That's, again, insane. But the figures that he sees were never real, for they are made up only of his reactions to his brothers, and do not include their reactions to him. Therefore he does not see that he has made them, and that they are not whole. For these figures have no witnesses, being perceived in one separate mind only. It is through these strange and shadowy figures that the insane relate to their insane world.
And that's why it's so important to say what you think if you're in a relationship, because you're going to stay in your insane world and attack each other if you keep secrets.
Again and again have men attacked each other because they saw in the other a shadow figure in their private world. And thus it is that you must attack yourself first, for what you attack is not in others. Its only reality is in your own mind, and by attacking others, you are literally attacking what is not there. The delusional can be very destructive, for they do not recognize they have condemned themselves. They do not wish to die, yet they will not let condemnation go.
That is the entire Republican Christian nationalist movement. They're ready for vengeance, and they are attacking shadow figures, and they are dangerous. Everybody needs to get ready, because they are not telling the truth, they're not communicating, they're not waking up, and they are just ready to kill somebody.
In your madness, you overlook reality completely, and you see only your split mind everywhere you look. God calls you and you do not hear, for you are preoccupied with your own voice, and the vision of Christ is not in your sight, for you look upon yourself alone. Child, would you offer this to your Father? For if you offer it to yourself, you are offering it to him, and he will not return it, for it is unworthy of you, because it is unworthy of him. But he would release you from it and set you free. His sane answer tells you that what you have offered yourself is not true, but his offering to you has never changed. You who know not what you do can learn what insanity is and look beyond it.
Look beyond it. We're supposed to look beyond it, not look at it and make it okay that people are hurting each other in the dream because we know there's a spiritual reality beyond it. That's not what he's saying. You have to look past it to have peace. Forgiveness is not what the churches are teaching. It's not at this level. It's a spiritual forgiveness. It transforms our identity and releases us from our idea we're a victim.
It is given you to learn how to deny insanity and come forth from your private world in peace. And
see, he said you need to deny that this insanity is happening, not make excuses for the insanity. Like somehow it's okay that people are killing each other for no reason. I mean, we're not supposed to make that okay.
Right.
We're supposed to look past it and realize, well, in the spiritual dimension, nobody's dying, but they're hurting each other in the dream because they still believe in guilt and attack. So we need to correct that thinking so they don't do it next time they come back. You see, we're not supposed to make it excuses.
It is given you to learn how to deny insanity and come forth from your private world in peace. And you will see all that you denied in your brothers because you denied it in yourself.
Denial is what we're supposed to be. The denial of truth is what we're supposed to. We're not supposed to make excuses for the dream or make the dream okay. It's okay we're killing each other.
Vision depends on light, and you cannot see in darkness. Yet in the darkness, in the private world of sleep, you see in dreams, although your eyes are closed. And it is here that what you see you made. But let the darkness go, and all you made you will no longer see. For sight of it depends upon denying vision. But from denying vision, it does not follow that you cannot see.
Yeah, just because you're pretending you can't see doesn't mean you don't have the capacity. And that's why when people say, well, I can't do the course, I can't. No, you just don't want to. Your will is that powerful. You just haven't convinced yourself yet. Read a little bit more. It'll convince you when you get the logic down. You'll know why you want to make this choice. But until you want to, it doesn't happen. So if you're not getting a result, it's because you don't really want to yet. You haven't convinced yourself it's in your best interest. You haven't invested in your real identity. It doesn't seem to have a return that you want. You invest in your, what you value, you invest in. So you don't value your real identity yet because you haven't been convinced it has more worth. But if you read the text, it will convince you that this is all you want to do. But don't ever let your ego tell you that you aren't capable and this is not who you really are. The Course is speaking the truth.
Yet this is what denial does. For by it, you accept insanity, believing you can make a private world and rule your own perception. But for this, light must be excluded. Dreams disappear when light has come, and you can see. Do not seek vision through your eyes, for you made your way of seeing, that you might see in darkness, and in this you are deceived.
You're trying to do forgiveness with your own eyes. You see, you can't see. With the ego eyes, you can't see anything. You only see darkness. This is the point. You have to ask to see it and then wait for it to come.
It's all about listening to the Spirit. That's the answer, period. There's nothing else.
There's
nothing else to do.
And it's practice. That's what the whole Course is practice in listening. Practice in motivating you for why you want to listen, like why it would serve some interest, be taking a little time to turn inward, then convincing you each step of the way that it's you're getting good stuff from doing this listening, and then gradually you get more and more confidence. But it's all about listening because we're completely surrendering ourselves to our real will, which is the Holy Spirit is reminding us of, because we have lost touch with who we really are and what we really want. And we think we want these stupid things on this planet, which we don't. All this junk that's destroying the planet is nothing. We don't need it. We could fix this problem in a minute. We have the power of God in everyone's mind. We're all being deceived by liars at the top who just want to be gluttonous because they don't know what they're doing because they're idiots.
Beyond this darkness and yet still within you is the vision of Christ, who looks on all in light. Your vision comes from fear as his from love, and he sees for you as your witness to the real world. He is the Holy Spirit's manifestation, looking always on the real world and calling forth his witnesses and drawing them unto you. For he loves what he sees within you, and he would extend it. And he will not return unto the Father until he has extended your perception even unto him. And their perception is no more, for he has returned you to the Father with him.
And all that means is until we have awoken and escaped this prison world of ego thought system and false ideas, he's our guide until we release ourselves to our real identity, and then we get to be in charge of ourselves again. But right now, you don't want to be in charge of yourself. You cannot trust yourself. The fact you chose to be here means you are suspect, because no one would choose it unless they had a mission here to help wake us up. No one would choose this of their own free will, except as a mission to help other people wake up, because we're like in a foggy, dark prison, looking around, reaching our hands out, trying to see if there's anyone around, and afraid to find out because we're terrified.
Yeah, really.
Afraid to be honest, afraid to reveal who we really are, because we have these ideas of how we should be, because we're told that from the minute we're born, how we should be, what we should do. So we don't even know our own soul. We don't even know what we came here for. We get lost in ego games where, you give me this, I'll give you that, and then nobody wins. I mean, it's